Hey guys, today I'm showing you how to do these Marissa Miller inspired beachy waves. This is my all-time favorite hairstyle. I did my hair like this for my wedding as well as for my maternity photos and hundreds of other times. So to start, you just need to split your hair in half and tie up the top half so it's out of your way. And then I do have extensions in. I'm wearing my 20-inch extensions, but if you don't have any, this really is for any length of hair. You'll just have to adjust, obviously, the size of curling iron and how much you curl versus how much you wave, that'll make sense in just a moment. So to start, I'm using my 450 Protect and just spraying that all over just to protect my hair from the heat. I find that it keeps my hair nice and healthy, even though I'm curling it all the time. So then just take a section of hair. I like to do fairly small pieces, but again, if your hair holds curl really nice, you could probably get away with doing a bigger section. And then I hairspray it and brush it out. I find that it works a lot better if you brush out the hairspray so then it doesn't get all clumpy. And then you're just gonna curl your hair like you normally would, and then bring it down a little. So see, I have probably, I'd say like 4 inches out at the bottom. But again, depending on how long your hair is, you'll have to adjust how much you leave out and whatnot. So curl that and then just leave that straight. And then you're gonna take your curling wand and you're just gonna clamp. You can kind of see how the curl ends, so I'm starting with the clamp on the bottom and curling it up. But if it looks most natural for the clamp to be on top and for you to have a top wave, I guess we'll call it, then do that. Just however the curl ends, it'll kind of make sense as you're doing it. And then you're gonna flip that curling iron around and wave it the other way, and then again the other way. So basically we're just making a big wave on the bottom. Usually I'll do it about 3 or 4 times. It kind of depends, and I try and switch it up so that they're not all the same and they kind of, it just kind of makes it beachier and more messy. So as you can see, I started with all the hair in front, and then as I go, I'll toss the curled piece that I just did in back. And that just makes it so I know that all the pieces in back are curled and all the pieces in front need to be curled, which I know sounds terribly obvious and probably kind of silly, but honestly there is nothing worse than sitting behind that girl in class or church and she has one straight piece on her curled head, and you just want to curl that one straight piece and it drives you nuts. So this just helps me not be that girl. When you are done, it should look something like this. And then when you're done with that, you can just go ahead and do the top half the exact same way you did the bottom half. I'm just not showing you guys all of that for time's sake, but I will come back and show you guys how I do the bang area. So I do my bangs in 3 separate sections. And I pretty much just do it the exact same how I just showed you guys. I start with the hairspray and then brush it out. And again, I brush it out just so that I don't get clamp marks from the curling iron as I'm curling. Brushing it out will help prevent those. And I do it the exact same, except you'll notice I'm not taking the curl as far down, obviously because the hair is shorter. I just wanted to slow this down in case you do have shorter hair. You can kind of get an idea of how you will do this curl. And I am using a 1 1/4 inch curling iron. It's made by Conair. For me, the cheaper the curling iron, the better, so I just usually stick to whatever is at Walmart or Target. I find that the more expensive the curling iron, usually the tighter the clamp is, and then these curls totally don't work because you have a million clamp marks all over it. So if you are having problems with that, I know last time I did a tutorial on this look, a lot of you said that you couldn't not get, those clamp creases, I guess you could call them. So an easy way to prevent that is just to go find a cheaper curling iron. I think the clamps are a little looser and it will really help you out for these curls. So back to the curls, you can see I pretty much just did that the exact same way. I just have less initial curl. And if your hair is even shorter, you'll have less wave as well. You can just adjust it to the length of your hair. And if your hair is shorter, you could also use a smaller curling iron. But I probably wouldn't go smaller than 3/4 an inch just because they might be a little too ringlety, at least for my taste. But feel free to do whatever. Then when you are done, you can go ahead and shake it out with your fingers. I wouldn't use a brush unless you have to, but if you use the Moroccan oil hairspray, you really shouldn't have to because it's super workable while still maintaining its hold. So if you don't have that, then I would use a lighter hairspray just so you don't have crunch in it. And then I always like to finish it with my Oribe Sea Salt and Shine Spray. It makes it super beachy, but again, I don't like the crispiness and it doesn't have that at all. So I go ahead and spray that and then I am done. And I hope you guys like it. It's totally inspired by Marissa Miller. She's my favorite. And be sure to like this video if you liked it and tag me in your Instagram so I can see you guys recreate these curls. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.